Merry Christmas, everybody. This is Spencer, or Phoenix Night Flame. Um, Again, yeah, you're getting a second video really quickly. As at least of filming this video, I just posted my review for Rise of Skywalker Episode 9. You can find that on the channel, all that. But this video is a little different. It's not a review or a fix-it video or anything like that. This is kind of a little different. It's kind of a question. It's a open-ended question to a bunch of other YouTubers that I follow, on YouTube and on Twitter and stuff. I mean, social media in general. It's geared more toward members of the Fandom Menace, the Star Wars fan group that sprung into existence following the Last Jedi release, and the backlash and all that. It's exploded obviously in the last 2 years, and it's garnered a lot more attention now, uh, with the release of Rise of Skywalker, because there's now the hashtag the Fandom Menace was right, on Twitter, stuff like that. And while I do agree that the Fandom Menace, because I follow a bunch of them. I follow other people who aren't members of the Fandom Menace because I try and get as many people to follow. I follow a bunch of people and try and get as many different opinions and stuff on my own, and then make my own based on that, which I think everybody else should do. I mean, too many people live in an echo chamber, whether regardless if it's entertainment, politics, sports, whatever. We all live in too much of an echo chamber, so you should go out, broaden your horizons, and such. But I got the Phantom. I found out about the Phantom Menace after obviously TLJ came out. I was disappointed with it. Well, really, yeah, disappointed is probably the best way, and stuff, because I could see little bits and pieces of the film that I thought were really interesting, but it was buried underneath a lot of stuff that was just unnecessary. Looking at you, Canto Bite. So, yeah, I mean, I got into that. I followed, obviously, I mean, they call themselves, there's no real leader for the Phantom Menace. It's a brief history, but there are leading voices. At least I would believe, Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, World Class Bullshitters, RK Outpost, Doomcock, Neurotic, Midnight's Edge. If you're not associated with them, I do apologize. I feel like you guys, I guess I'm lumping everyone in, but you remember, you agree, you have that agreement and stuff like that. And there's many more. That Star Wars girl. If I forget you, I am sorry. There's plenty of people out there who, I don't know, that those are just the main guys that I've noticed that got me into it, I would say, and stuff. But going back to the hashtag, Phantom Menace was right. I just wanted, and some members of the Phantom Menace have been also claiming it as a victory. It's like, we were right. We won. It's like, I just want to know, what do you consider? What were the spoils of your victory, or what was the victor like? What did you win? Because I mean, I guess saying that, yeah, Disney wasn't right for Star Wars, or at least the current leadership at Lucasfilm is not right for Star Wars, and this proves it with the Rise of Skywalker, Last Jedi, those last two films, and Solo losing money. Like, they've gone downhill since The Force Awakens came out, and stuff. And they need a change in leadership to hopefully either right the ship or just or try and fix things. If that's what it is, okay, fine. I mean, I can agree with that. If it's claiming we were right, oh yeah, now we've everybody, like, because there is one of the big things with Rise of Skywalker is it does make a lot of Last Jedi defenders very mad, because it is of the belief that it spits on what Rian Johnson did, and I can agree to some extent with that. I do think that there are moments in there that it does kind of a little bit of a backhand to Last Jedi. If you've seen a spoiler review, you probably know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, I'm not going to say anything with this. This is on that. But so now it's even more people are pissed off with Star Wars. It's the sense of, like, we didn't like, those who didn't like The Last Jedi were called names. Everybody knows the situation, all that stuff. If you followed along, everyone knows that. And now it seems like the tables have turned, at least in the sense of now those who love The Last Jedi are now hating on this one because it didn't meet their expectations, it didn't do what they wanted it to do, all this other stuff, and the Phantom Menace kind of sitting back and saying, see, we were right, haha, all that. And if that's what it is, okay, but I do also kind of feel like it's a little disingenuous in the sense of, okay, now they've been brought down to what our level, the level that we hate the film and stuff, or at least the previous film. They hate this new film as much as we hate the old film. I mean, I'm trying to ask a question and stuff because I don't know the answer. I'm of the belief, if I don't care if you like this new trilogy, I'm disappointed with it. I didn't really like it. Now seeing it in its entirety, and stuff. To be honest, the Skywalker saga ended in Episode 6, and this is just an offshoot of it. And stuff. There was somebody who said it was an addendum to it. If I cannot recall their name, I'm sorry. If you see this video and you remember it, please let me know and I'll tweak it and stuff like that. Amendment to it. It might be Thor Skywalker or Eckhart's Ladder, one of those two. Shout out to those guys. Those guys are great lore Star Wars channels to follow as well. I mean, I follow a whole bunch of people with Star Wars channels because, I mean, as you can see, I've got. Sorry, I'm blinding you with the light. It's backlighting me, but the Star Wars and Star Wars A New Hope or just Star Wars poster behind me and stuff like that. So, and I've got all this other stuff. I mean, Legos, books, Legends books, all this stuff. So, yeah, I mean that's how I view it. And I feel like some people are trying to, like, on both sides, whether it's Phantom Menace or the other side with the pro TLJ Disney Star Wars people, it's like, look, if you just like one film of the Star Wars, you're a Star Wars fan. It doesn't matter. You can like as much as you want. You can dislike as long as you like one part of it, you're a Star Wars fan in my eyes. You're never going to hear me say you're not a true Star Wars fan if you didn't like or liked something that I didn't or didn't like. So it's all up to you. It's all up to those people. It's your opinion, your belief. So I guess it's just, I mean, this is rambling and all that, but I want to know the question. I mean, if any of the main Phantom Menace channels see this, just can I get an answer? I mean, I'd like to know, like, what it means in the sense of, yes, the Phantom Menace was right in this fact that the Jedi Paxos leaks were pretty much all correct, and stuff. Doomcock did that all. Nerdrotic, they all covered that extensively. Midnight's Edge, everybody has done that. Just shouting out those three because those are the main three that I know of that really started it with those leaks, and then other people have picked it up. But the film was bad, so it's like, did the Phantom Menace? Yes, it was right, but some people claim that they won. But what did we really win? Like, we still got, in my opinion, a pretty bad film. It's a bad, watchable film, at least in my eyes. Obviously, that's my opinion. It's not anybody else's. And so, I mean, yes, the Rotten Tomatoes score is saying it's in the mid-80s audience score. There's some dispute. Other people have covered that extensively. I do not have the time or the resources to really look into that. This is just kind of a vent channel for me and stuff. So I'm not as in tune with sources or all this other stuff as some other channels might be. Go to them to get that. But it seems like, so, at least the mainstream audience seemed to enjoy it. But yeah, I'd like to know, is it, what did the Phantom Menace, if they're claiming, if the Phantom Menace claims this as a victory of the issues with the Rise of Skywalker, the chance it might not make $1 billion, or now TLJ people who love TLJ are now as pissed off as those who didn't like TLJ were then when it came out as a victory. It's like, I don't know if that's, I guess it's a Pyrrhic victory in my eyes, because it's like we still got like a bad Star Wars film. I never want a bad Star Wars film. I don't think anybody does. So I don't know if you can consider it a victory. But yeah, I mean, just let me know. Somebody please explain it to me in better words or more coherent than I am rambling here. I'd like to know. Because yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that there's supposedly an announcement coming in the next couple months, maybe in January or whatever. There might be changes at Lucasfilm, and stuff like that. Obviously, there's still apparently on the books for 3 Star Wars films starting in 2022, 2024, and 2026. I would actually think that they probably push some of those back. I think that they still have one in 2022, but then they go to the 3 year in between, and stuff. So, and maybe we get Old Republic with Knights of the Old Republic, or all that stuff, or SWTOR. So maybe, but I mean, if it's done right, that's the thing. It's got to be done right. It's got to be done with the care to these characters that we grew up with and stuff. Something that I think the Disney trilogy kind of glossed over. That's probably actually a very gentle term, that what they did, in my, actually probably in a lot of people's opinions, but in my opinion as well. But yeah, I mean, just if any of the main Fandom Menace channels or people see this, or you want to shoot it to them, shoot it off to them, the link or whatever, go ahead, because I want to know. Drop a comment below explaining what you think, how the Fandom Menace won, if they consider it a victory and stuff, with the issues that Disney is now facing again after the Rise of Skywalker's release. Because I'd like to know. I'm trying to get as much information as I can and stuff. I mean, that's what everybody else should do. Everybody should get as much information as they can, and then make their decision. But there you go. I mean, just let me know in the comments below what you think. If you think it is a victory for the Phantom Menace, why you think it's a victory, or if, like, I think it's a Pyrrhic victory, because yes, they showed that Disney is not great with the Star Wars, or at least the current staff at Lucasfilm, at least parts of it. I won't say all, but seemingly like the heads of it, and stuff like that. But what did they accomplish in the sense of, yeah, we still got a bad Star Wars film. It's not like it's not like the changes that they made to apparently appease the fans made it a better film. So, like, it almost seems like, okay, here's the TLJ lovers, and here was the Phantom Menace, in the sense of, like, we hate the Phantom Menace hated the Last Jedi, and Last Jedi lovers loved it. Now, most of the people in the Phantom Menace were indifferent to or against Rise of Skywalker. Now the Rise of Skywalker, the Last Jedi defenders are now at the same level. So it's even the playing field, I guess. I don't know. Just let me know, please. Let me know. There you go. That's, I guess, the end of this rambling video. If you got any questions, just drop a comment below. If you have an answer for me, please drop a comment below, or whatever. So, but everyone, again, have a Merry Christmas. This video is being recorded on Christmas. Again, Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. Everyone have a great New Year. And this is Spencer for Phoenix Night Flame signing out. May the Force be with us all.